not just read indicators, but how you guys are really learning to read the markets and to know what you're looking at and what to expect and what's coming up. And it's just some really great stuff. So if you missed that webinar earlier, definitely check out the recording of it. Advanced Training on Order Prints Part 2. So, okay, well, today we're just going to run through a few things here. I hope everybody has had a great week. Great week of trading. We've had a good week in the Elite Room. We had some great webinars this week. You guys got some advanced trainings on order prints. We had some great webinars about binaries and spreads. I just loved what I saw after that. I think it was Tuesday we did the premium collection training on binaries, and seen some people already taking those binary trades, doing great with them. Wednesday did a webinar about spreads and some different ways to use spreads and premium spreads on power plays. That was Wednesday afternoon, I believe. Thursday morning had a screenshot, I believe, from Jack. Took one of them, got what, 109 bucks on his spread. Great stuff, man. That's what I love seeing. It's like I told you earlier. I want to be able to teach you. I don't want to just talk and bore you about random stuff. I want to teach you something that you can just go and use. Like on these webinars, I want them to be practical. Something that there's no greater joy for me than doing a webinar, teach you something new, and the next morning, like, hey, here you go. I took one, made 109 bucks. There you go. Oh, there you go. 109 ticks. There you go. I mean, perfect. I mean, that was great stuff. Yeah, 109 ticks. So on a spread, it's $1 a tick, 109 bucks. Okay, great stuff. So had a great week of that. Some new trades, some new systems, some new ideas for trades. Got the new indicator for you. You got the oscillation detector indicator this week. I know that you guys have been using that, loving that. Great way to get another view of the markets and view of the trend volume. Just like I said, to the advanced order print stuff, and through those talked about some things that will also help you with your trailing stops. So again, like I keep saying, just slowly building on that foundation. But this week was a big overload. I know there was a lot of pre-recorded webinars as well that you guys could watch. So I'm sure you're very overwhelmed, very overloaded. You've probably got a lot of stuff to sort out, some webinars you want to rewatch, and some testing and back testing and replay for over the weekend. So definitely take advantage of that. Yeah, lots and lots of replay, Randall, absolutely. So next week's going to be kind of the same thing. Next week we've got quite a bit going on. If you check out the webinar calendar, we've got a full week next week. Not quite as many next week to overwhelm you with, but we're going to do some advanced training on order prints part 3 on Monday. On Tuesday, this is a pre-recorded webinar. Most of you were, or some of you were on this webinar a few weeks that our CEO, Daryl Martin, did about mastering yourself with trading and going through and talking about how to identify some weaknesses and how to fix them. And I put it back on the schedule here. It's a pre-recorded webinar. You can go and watch it anytime, okay? But I really thought that was a very important webinar to get back out there because some people missed it, and it's just very important. And it's been a few weeks since he did it, and some of it probably made a lot of sense to you then, but now a few weeks later, after you've learned so much more and we've added on so much more, I remember the first time I heard it, I'm like, oh, that's cool, that's great, and yeah, I'm probably this one. But hearing it again after a little more education and growth, like, really helped me to go back and identify some issues, identify my strengths and weaknesses as a trader and what I needed to do, what I needed to work on. And so I popped it back on there. It's pre-recorded. You guys can watch it anytime, okay? Tuesday night, we're going to do a little bit of open house wrap-up. Since Wednesday the 13th is the last day of free access in open house. And then Wednesday afternoon, we're going to do a little bit of power play performance review. We're going to pull up some charts and look back over some charts for a few days and just kind of do an overview of power plays and kind of the performance. Thursday, we've got some Nadex webinars mixed in here as well, and some pre-recorded stuff about the trailing stop. I'm doing a webinar for Nadex on Thursday. Thursday afternoon, Well, if you were on the webinar a little while ago, I gave you one little sneak peek of some, strategies and trades coming out your way. Thursday, I'm going to kind of just give you a quick sneak peek of what else is in the works. Some of the other Apex trade setups, strategies, systems we're redoing, kind of what's coming out to you. Talk to you about VAD 2.0 and some really, really cool stuff. So that way you guys know what's in the works. Okay. And, several of you have asked, hey, what are some of these other things on my chart here? And what is this VAD-E thing all about? And well, we're going to start piecing those together for you a little bit and just give you a sneak peek of, some of the other systems that are coming back out, being revamped, some other trade setups and stuff like that. So definitely make sure you're on that webinar. You'll love that. And then next Friday, after the free access is over and, the initial people have signed up for monthly membership, as you know, and we'll cover this in a little bit, the people that are signed up, first of all, by the end of open house, we pull the report on the 14th, the people that are signed up, it's kind of a first come, first serve for those guys getting into the mentor groups. On Friday, we'll kind of do an overview of the mentor groups, kind of what's next, how we're going to organize it. We'll give you guys, for those of you that are signed up, I'll give you the link there on that webinar to sign up for the mentor program and just to go through and fill out that questionnaire. Like we talked to you about before, on that questionnaire is going to be, the sign up form questionnaire will only be available, to people that are paying members, and we'll release it that day. And that's where you go through and, fill out your name and info. And like I showed you before, we're going to have some questions on that questionnaire about, what do you trade? What markets do you trade? What time of day do you trade? How many hours do you trade? What do you trade? Do you trade futures or spreads or binaries? There's not a right or wrong answer, guys. Okay. It's not an application. All right. It's going to be first come, first serve. Like I said, we've got 75 to 100 people that we can handle that first round to fit into these new 8 or 10 groups. And then from there, another 30 to 45 days later, we'll start organizing the second group. Okay. So it's first come, first serve. All right. If you submit a form saying that you want in, it's going to be the first 75 to 100 people that, were on our list for the 14th there. So it's not an application. So there's no right or wrong answer to these questions. The reason we're doing these questions is so that we can place you in the right group, right? Because if you're like, well, I only trade at night and I trade Nadex binaries, well, you want to be in a group with other people that trade binaries, right? You don't want to be in a group of, well, I only trade, futures options on oil only in the morning from 9:30. Well, you don't want to be in that group. We want to piece you together in the right group. There's also some questions. How long have you been trading? What's your experience level? How long have you been with Nadex? That way we piece you with the right group and get you to the best place. Okay. So that's what we're going to kind of be covering on Friday is kind of what's the next step. And, here is, the questionnaire. Okay. And so, yeah, all kind of questions will be on there, how much time, can you commit? How much time do you commit to trading? And we're going to go over more of those details next week. Okay. Yeah, Chip, the sign up form for the mentor groups, the questionnaire, we'll release that to everybody on Friday here. Okay. And again, the people that will be, again, it's nothing mean. It's just we can only handle so much. You know what I mean? We can only handle so many groups for the first round, and then we'll go to the next round, and it's going to be first come, first serve. As far as the first 75 to 100, basically Friday, when I give you the access to this questionnaire, okay, what's going to happen is the report I pull on the 14th, the people that are signed up for monthly membership or, whatever, on the 14th, we're going to compare that to the questionnaires, and the first 75 to 100 spots will go to the people that are already signed up. Okay. So Kelly, I saw your question. I mentioned that. That's going to be covered on the questionnaire and on next week's webinar. So that's how it'll work, guys. That makes sense. We'll kind of review it Friday and get into more details of it Friday, get you the questionnaire form, and then that list will be based against the active members that are signed up. Okay, so that's kind of what we got going next week. So again, we're kind of jammed full next week. Got some great webinars. Also going to try to do some THTs on several things. The ICE indicator, we're going to do some webinars on that. Hopefully some webinars on the power plays, all kind of great stuff that's not even on the calendar yet. All right. So today's Friday. Next Wednesday is the 13th, which is the final day of free access to open house. I hope you guys, have you guys enjoyed open house? Has open house gone well for you? Has it met your expectations? Have we overloaded you? And I keep saying it, I hope you see how we just keep building and building on you here. We don't want to overload you from day one. We hope it's been great for you. It's been great for us. You guys have been great. We have, Kelly, what are we at? Like 470 something people that are in open house right now. I haven't checked it in a couple days. Kelly, do you know offhand? We're past that now. We're close to 500 people in open house, which means 500 people went through all of those training courses in the beginning, got all the way down to that sign up form and signed up, and they're in open house. So it's been, I hope you can see all the work and effort that we've put into this, all the, the training courses, all the webinars I've been doing, all the, groups that Lori's doing, and the one-on-ones she's helping you guys with, and marking up charts, the room, we've got the leaders in the room and the Power Rangers in the room. I think most of you have talked to Kelly probably more than once, making outbound calls. And, you've seen all the stuff in the forum and the marketing and the stuff on Facebook and the articles from Cam and Sherry. I'm sure you guys have more than once dealt with, Austin and Tony and the back end support. It's been a lot, and we're trying to do the best we can here. And, Joe, I'm not sure. I don't know how many, open house was just open to, Joe says, well, how many new members will we have? I don't know. We'd love to have all of you in, but we opened it up for you absolutely free for 30 days. Didn't ask for a credit card, no recurring billing, just here we go. This is what Apex is all about. Transparency, we'll give in to you, we'll teach you. It's kind of, from there, up to you. If you want to sign up and be with us and keep going with us and keep learning and keep growing and keep building, keep being profitable, that's our goal here. Teach you, help you be profitable, and so we've got a lot going. We would love to have all of you on with us. What you've learned in open house is just the tip of the iceberg. Like I said, there's so much more coming and so much more we're re-releasing and redoing. We've got some really exciting stuff coming up here. So John said, John Walters, you said, John, can you show how to find the mentor link in the website? You're talking about the link I was just talking about the sign up link? Well, we'll have that next Friday on the webinar. Okay, John? Yeah. Yeah, we'll have that next Friday, and we'll talk a little more about it here in a little bit. Or are you talking about, I'm sorry, for those of you that are kind of wondering, well, actually, we're going to come back to that, okay? We're going to talk a little bit more about Mentor here in a minute, and I'll go over that webinar link as well, Kelly. Good call. Okay. So anyway, great stuff, guys. Yeah, we've enjoyed it. We're looking forward to having as many of you guys with us as long-term members. And it's not over. We've still got a lot going. We've still got next week still in open house and some great stuff coming to you. Make the most of it, guys. Make the most of the final week here of open house. You know, take this weekend, kind of use this weekend as a homework weekend. Go back through some of these webinars we covered. Go back through any courses. You know, make sure that you go. Let me just go ahead and show it now. You know, if you're here on the website, once again, go right here to webinars, go to open house webinars. During open house, any new trainings, webinars, THTs, anything, it's all right here. You can go back and click any one and just watch whatever you want. It's not like the course where you have to watch one at a time to get the next one. It's not locked. But you can go back and check any of these webinars that you might have missed, any that you want to rewatch, especially these ones from this week. We had a ton of them this week and some great stuff. Advanced trainings, trading spreads, binaries, you know, the new oscillating inductor. You know, take this weekend to catch up on anything, rewatch anything, do some back testing on stuff that we've overloaded you this week. There is no way that, you know, anybody fully absorbed everything from this week and has it down and ready to go on and get more. But we're going to keep giving you more. But go through and check them out. Do some replay this week. Be ready to, you know, hop in and make the most of next week. Make the most of those last 3 days of free access, you know. And for those of you that, you know, are wanting to switch over and trade live, get ready for that. You know, go through this weekend and rewatch some things. Make sure you're ready to go. And for any of you, or let me ask that question. How many of you that are part of our open house members, how many of you are now already trading live or plan on trading live like this final week? How many of you have gone through your demo stages and you're doing some live trading now? Just a show of hands here. There we go. Okay, a few of you. Well, and again, whether you're already trading live or plan to yet or don't want to just yet, you know, you want to take advantage of the rest of open house and then get signed up and, you know, be a monthly member, and you want to go through a little more training, a little more demo time. That's fine. There's no right or wrong there, guys. It's when you are ready. Okay. And, you know, that's something you hear us talk a lot about, is investing the time, investing, you know, into your education, investing into yourself. And if you're not ready to trade live before the end of open house, then don't, you know, if you're not ready for that. And, you know, you can sign on up and be a monthly member with us, and we'll just keep on going like we're going, helping you, teaching you, training you, get you into one of these mentor groups and get you ready for it. Okay. For those of you that are thinking about switching to live soon, make sure when you go back through these webinars that you go and watch this webinar right here I did a few days ago, transitioning from demo to live trading. Talks a lot about how to make that transition, how to know if you're ready for that transition, some do's and don'ts. Okay, so all kind of great stuff there for you if you are ready to do that. But again, make the most, take advantage of everything you've got available to you during you know, this last upcoming week of open house. Be in that elite room. I mean, go crazy in that room. Take advantage of every minute you have left. Ask questions, you know, just pull everything you can from these members, put in your charts, mark up your charts, ask your questions. Don't be afraid. Be a sponge, absorb everything you can, you know, during this last week of open house. Jump in the forum, check everything out. I mean, you know, make good notes of everything, make journals of your trades. And, you know, guys, I don't know if y'all check this every day like I tell you to, but, you know, when you go over here to the help desk and forum tab and go right here to trading questions forum, and that very first section there that I always kind of direct you to right here, the general trading forum, it's called You Can Do This and Why You Should. And it's just screenshots of these trades, screenshots from the trades in the room, screenshots from some of the, you know, just individual traders, and you can see when they were posted a minute ago, 21 minutes ago, a day ago. 10 tick scalp, 73 ticks on NQ while on a webinar. Who was that? Who's trading while on my webinar? I'm just kidding. That's awesome. Like, while on a webinar, okay? Power plays, 20 ticks, and woohoo, hit my goal of 60 ticks on NQ today. This was in the room. Here's the chart showing you. I mean, these trades are all over the place. These trades are just rocking it, okay? And, there we go. There's Queen Lori again. Patience pays off, 74 ticks on NQ. These are all in there, showing off these trades, showing the entries and why she entered. And, your what was that, power elevator there? Yeah, power elevator entry right there, protecting 35 ticks. Then I got 39 on the other one, 74 ticks, one and done. Okay, one and done. Notice something here real quick, guys, and this is off subject. Oh, wow. Yeah, almost 10 points, 74 ticks, one and done. Notice something. I hear a lot of people, guys say, well, I'm part-time or I can't trade long. I only have a little bit of time in the morning. Have you guys ever gone back and just gone through this forum post and just looked at most of these trades? Or just go through and find all of Lori's trades. Do you see what time she's normally done? And what time do you notice her just all in the room and all crazy helping you guys? Normally like 10:30 in the morning, right? Yeah, Randall, 10 o'clock. She's trading most days 30 minutes to an hour max. She's done. She's finding the right trades and taking them. Right here, one and done at what? Just after 10:45. Done. Done for the day. 74 ticks. I'm done trading. Let's go. Let's jump in and help you guys. There are plenty of trades, even for you guys that are part-time, nighttime, don't have a lot of time. They're everywhere. And just go and check out all these trades. 54 ticks on the power sling trade. I mean, keep up with this, guys. Look over these charts. Study these charts. See what they're seeing. Why did they take those entries? There's so much stuff in here. And it's just great. And you can go back and you see one of these trades, you can go back on your own chart and go back to that time and see what they saw live. Replay that. See if you would have saw the same entry. Okay? I mean, you've got just tons of great stuff there, guys. And make sure to check out those forum posts and just take advantage of everything you can. Okay? And again, we've got some great stuff in the works. We've got our programmers hard at work on some cool stuff. I might even be able to release a new indicator to you next week. We will wait and see. But we've really built here. Like I said, we started off initial training with your 4 different setups on the power play entries. Oh yeah, and by the way, guys, if there's something that you can't find on the site or you're needing, a link to something, you can't find it, you can always ask in the room. A lot of people in the room will be able to help you to, send you where you need to go. The help desk and the chat's always there for you. If there's something else you need, most of you have talked to Kelly, that she's made outbound calls to you. You can also email her directly if there's something you need to find on the site itself. Okay, if you need help with trading or charts or something directly trading related, keep that where it goes in the room. Okay, if you need something, if you're having a tech issue or a tech problem, hop in the help desk. Again, if you need something on the site or a link to something, you can ask that in the room, where you can get real-time live answers from a bunch of people. But if there's something else on the site that you're needing, you can also email Kelly directly at Kelly, Kellie, at apexinvesting.com. Okay, you've got support everywhere. But, for trading help and stuff like that, ask in the room. Got immediate live, answers there. Okay, yeah, Johnny, exactly. You don't need to know everything to do something. Yep, there's plenty of trades out there, plenty of opportunities. Okay, so again, we started off with power plays. We added on the 5 C's trades. We added on the powerful entries. We gave you the oscillator, giving you some sneak peeks of some other stuff, taught you a lot of stuff. Take advantage of it, make the most of it, make the most of open house. And, again, guys, thank you. Like, we've appreciated you. We've enjoyed these, these first few weeks of open house here, and we're looking for a great final week of open house as well. And again, we've got some really good stuff coming your way, and we hope hope it's been good for you. Hope you've gotten the support you've needed. If you haven't, ask. We're here to help. Okay? And don't ever get stuck. If you're stuck, it's because you're not asking. We've got so many, and I don't mean that in a wrong way. I'm saying you've got so many people here to help you. In the room, the webinars, the website, you've got Kelly calling you, you've got the help desk. We're here to help. If you need something, reach out. There's no reason to be stuck with so many people there to help you and assist you. And that's what we're here for. So that's predominantly what this webinar was about, is to kind of thank you, just to kind of do a kind of catch up of, hey, where we are in open house, what's coming up next week. We want you guys to make the most of it. We're here to do everything we can for you, especially these last few days of open house. It's been great having you all as part of the Apex family here during this open house. And, we'd really love to have you ongoing. And it's been great. We look forward to all of you new guys coming and being on with us. And I can tell you, there's a lot of exciting things. You guys have been excited about a lot of things. This mentor group stuff, though, has just been overwhelming, I must say. Overwhelming. We have gotten such a positive response from you guys wanting to be a part of these mentor groups. And, I think a lot of you, if you did not see, if you were not on the webinar a couple weeks ago when we talked about the mentor program and what that's going to be, again, you can go here to the recordings and you can go through and right here, the new Apex Mentor Program overview. And we talked about how we'll be making these new mentor groups, and I kind of walked you through a couple of the groups that we already have, kind of told you the history behind, the power play system and the Power Rangers. We walked through the room and I said, hey, do you recognize this name? And do you recognize Lori and Gary and Marion and Kate and all these people that are answering your questions all the time during the day, at night, overnight, weekends? Those guys were a part of a mentor group we put together 6-7 weeks ago, and they jumped in and started learning, the power play system. And these mentor groups, the elite room is great, but these some people feel overwhelmed in the elite room, and it's a little bit, big for them, and they're new, and you might feel a lot more comfortable in a smaller group with 8 or 10 other people on one of these Skype groups. And you've got a couple of the Power Ranger leaders in there. You've got Lori in there overseeing everything, and it's a smaller, more personal group for you to be more comfortable with, open up, ask questions, share your charts, and really dig in and get some more focused one-on-one style type training and feedback and chart review and strength and weakness review, and get your trading on track. And talk to you a little bit about how some of these guys in the Power Rangers groups, how it's just completely turned their trading around. I asked them to do something for me. If we go back to the forum here, in that same section, you can do this and why. I asked them all to do a little something for me, and that way you guys could see a little more what it's all about. And I titled it right here. Go find it. It's called Testimonials from the Power Rangers on their experiences in an Apex mentor group. And the Power Rangers kind of went through here, and each just kind of talked a little about themselves of, hey, here's me, here's my history. I've been with Apex for so long. I've been, trading for this long. I've tried other things. Here were, things I was struggling with, and, I got selected to be in one of these groups, and, it's just really helped me out. It's, it's given me the confidence to stay in a trade longer with the tools I have, being in a smaller group, people that can learn one-on-one together. We're like a family, and, they worry when they don't hear from someone or they think someone's in danger, and these smaller groups become close, and we're, a bunch of guys and gals that are not just trading, but friends. And guys, let me just kind of show you an example of what he's talking about here. And I'm going to give you a little sneak peek into the Power Rangers room here. I hope they're behaving themselves in here. You never know with these guys. But I joke sometimes and I call it, what I call it last night, Lori, the Weather Channel room, because these guys have gotten super close. And there's some people in here that are in some of these affected areas from the hurricane. Marion was down in Florida, and people are like, hey, prayers for your family. Is everybody okay? Hey, where are you? When things were super bad in Houston, everybody's checking Marion. Are you there? Is everything okay? Like, send us your GPS coordinates. We can send it to the rescue people. And, but I mean, guys, this is just from today. I mean, this is all the conversation there from today. Going over charts and examining charts with each other, helping each other out. Well, hey, on that NQ trade, there was a rare double cluster, and then there was this. What do you guys think about that? Let's examine this. Let's learn. Let's talk these trades through. How are you? How's your family? I mean, just really great stuff. And I'm just going back through here. And again, this is all just from today in this one mentor group with all of the Power Rangers in there. Going over charts, going over trades, marking up stuff. It's amazing. It's incredible to see the interaction with these guys and how this group has just come together, not just on a personal level, not just on a business level, but they've just jumped in and they're just helping each other out and just learning so much from the leaders, learning so much from Lori, chart review after chart review. I mean, I don't know, there might be more messages in here today than there is in the elite room. And I still not to 9 o'clock this morning as I'm scrolling up here, guys. You see that? I mean, it's just going on. And it goes into the early morning sometimes. There's some guys in here that trade early morning, Gary and those guys and Huey, the jokers of the room there. And, checking out trades. This is last night at midnight. People are in here going over stuff, going over trades at midnight. Hey, Lori, thanks. I didn't think it was. Was this a trade? This was somebody asked this around midnight. Hey, Marion, can I borrow your brain for a second? I'm replaying yesterday. I have a question. Is this a valid trade here? This is almost at midnight last night. These are traders helping traders, and Marion was busy and other people were like, well, Lori, I didn't think it was, but because of this and that. No, that wasn't a trade because of this. I mean, it's just, no, Marion, I didn't say you in Florida. I said when you were in Houston. I didn't say Florida. I said Houston. And or did I accidentally say Florida? No, I meant in Houston with all the flooding. But anyway, it's great stuff. And these mentor rooms have just completely exploded some of these guys trading. And it's just turned a lot of people around. And go through and read about it, see what these guys have to say about it. These guys that are in there, talking about, here's my history. I got serious about it. When I was invited to the room, I was excited and scared at the same time, but all the Rangers are super supportive, encouraging. The camaraderie is great. I've learned so much. See what it's like for these guys. See their story. Just some great things in here about, how they've really learned about themselves. They've learned about their trading. We've got Sweet Pea, aka Ivar, right here. I'm kidding. This is Ivar's post here talking about his trading and, things he struggled with and his ups and downs and how it's really helped him. And guys, I can go on and on here. I mean, I just from today, Lori was sending me some stuff earlier. There's another group that I haven't showed you that Lori recently put together, with some other existing traders, and she calls that the Lion's Den. She's got her lions in there, and just some shots from that group that she sent me. And here's Grant. Grant was saying, when you watch a webinar and people say you need to go back and watch it again, he's like, how about 37? I need to go back and watch a ton of these several times. He's like, I can see the look on my boss's face when I say I want to take a week off, and he says, where are you going on vacation? I'm like, yeah, I'm staying home to rewatch webinars and market replay. What? Great stuff in that room, Hey, Karen's in this room. Karen, do you realize you're at an 87% win rate this week? Sorry, 88.46. And she's been in this room how long now, Lori? In this Lion Den room? Like a little over a week now? For that new room? Or for her being about 2 weeks now? Okay, there you go. Like great stuff in that room, Gary, I had 100% this week on the power slings, and Karen, do you realize this? And hey, this is just great stuff in these rooms. Like, oh wow, I just realized I had 100% this week, and just great stuff in these rooms when you get that more personalized one-on-one, type stuff. And it's just been great, and you guys have an overwhelming response of wanting to be in these mentor groups, okay? And so I know I talked about it a little bit a minute ago, but I just wanted to review with you what it is and how to get in one of these rooms, okay? So we're going to be starting off with 8 to 10 rooms, and 8 or 10 people in there, but some of those are going to be like, each room will have, Lori will be in the room kind of overseeing those rooms. Each room will have, a couple of the power play leaders in there as well, so that you've got support from multiple people, okay? These mentor programs are not an extra charge. They're not some upsell. They're not an extra payment. If you're a monthly or annual member paying of Apex, it's something that's available to you at no extra charge, okay? But the thing is, we can only handle so many at a time, all right? And, we're right after open house here, we're going to start that first round of groups. We'll be able to get 75 to 100 people in that first round of groups, okay? And then in 30 to 45 days, we'll bring in, start organizing another 75 to 100 people to get in there. So if you don't make it into that first round, you'll go on the list, you can get in the next round. It's not that you miss out, but we can only handle so many at a time because we want to be able to do the groups properly, right? And give the proper, one-on-one focused attention type that we need in these groups to really help you and really get your trading, turned around 180% and get you just profitable as we can. I mean, you got a ton of help in the elite room. Yeah, the elite room is great. You can be in there anytime asking these questions. But if you're looking for a little smaller type group with, people in there at all hours of the day and night and just going crazy and really digging in on more of a personal level, and some people feel a little more comfortable in those smaller groups, okay? If you want to get in on that, you're able to do so, okay? Here's how it's going to work, just one more time. So what we're going to do is I just told you we've got about 500 people right now in open house, right? I've heard from probably 100 of you, like, I want in on this first list. How do I get in? So yeah, this first group is going to fill up very fast, okay? You have to be a paying member to get on the list. We've told you, hey, make it clear in the room, that you want to be a member as well. But free access ends on the 13th, on Wednesday, okay, for open house. So the people that will be able to get in, because it's first come, first serve, the prices don't go up for our memberships until the 18th, right, or until the 19th, technically, midnight of the 18th. The monthly membership goes up to $300. Okay, it's currently $200. As long as you're signed up as a monthly member before prices go up at midnight the 18th, you'll be locked in for life at the $200 rate. So prices don't go up till then. But free access ends on the 13th. For anyone that's signed up by the 14th, okay, that's the list we're working on, is the people that are signed up first after open house are first come, first serve, for the mentor list. Does that make sense? And this first round, we can handle about 75 to 100 people, okay? And once it's full, and the rest of you on the list will get you in the next round. You don't miss out, we can only handle so much, right? So you have to be on the first initial list of that 75 to 100 before it gets full. It's first come, first serve, and the list is based off of, who signed up first on the 14th there. Does that make sense? And then on Friday, on that webinar, what we'll cover then is like, okay, guys, hey, here's kind of the latest update for the mentor groups. Here's the link to fill out the questionnaire, all right, of, what do you trade and what time of day, so we can get you in the right group. We'll compare all those questionnaires with the sign-up list from the 14th of who was signed up first, and those first 75 to 100 people will get in the first round. Does that make sense? Okay. I'll show everybody on the webinar where the form will be. Okay. So, does that make sense in general? Does everybody understand that? Okay. Now, yes, on the webinar, I'll release the form and where it will be to fill out the questionnaire for the mentorship program. Okay, but it'll only be available to access. If I give you the link, you won't even be able to click that link unless you're a signed up paid member. Okay, so what I have seen here, all right, you guys understand, we're not trying to push anybody away. We can just only handle a certain amount of people for the first groups because we want to give you personalized attention. If you don't make it in the first group, life's not over, right? We can get you on the next group. Okay, and we'll go over it some more on the 15th. But the overwhelming response I've gotten from you guys, and some of you are asking it right now, okay, well, how do I make sure I'm part of that first 75 to 100? So you're basing it off of first come, first serve of whoever signs up after free access ends. So like, does free access end at midnight on the 13th? So can I sign up at midnight 12:01? Or what happens if I sign up at 3 in the afternoon and 100 people already got in before me? How do I get on I've had like 100 questions, email. Okay, guys, I get, and like all of you are asking, well, can I just sign up now as a paid member? So I'm at the top of that paid member list, so I'm in, and then I'll get the link on Friday. Can I just get in now because I want to get to the top of that list? Okay, guys, I understand that. Like, and that's fine. If you want to do that, that is fine. Okay? You can sign up now as a paid member of Apex so that you're on that list. Just free access ends on the 13th. By the 14th, the first 75 to 100 open house members that we show as paid members that want to be on the mentor list, that's who will be on it. If you want to get in now, or if you're already signed up, a couple of you are like, well, I already signed up a week ago so that I can be in there. Okay, yeah, whether you signed up for the annual or you've already signed up for the monthly, then that's fine. You're already in. Okay, you're already on the list. Make sense? If you went through the training courses, you signed up for the free 30-day open house access. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull a report in our back end that says, show me the list of everybody that was in open house. Now show me the first 100 people out of that by date and time that signed up for membership. Okay, I'll compare that to the people that want to be on the mentor list, then we're full. Got it? That makes sense? So yes, the first paying members get the first chance. That's the only fair way for us to do it. Okay? That's not a sales thing. I'm not trying to get you to sign up today. I've kept telling you guys, just sign up after your free access is done. Like, take advantage of the 3 free days that are left here. Don't pay us now when we're giving you free, but literally everybody's asking me, I just want to sign up now because I want to get on the list first. That's fine. If you want to go do that, if you want to go sign up right now after this webinar, you can do it. And then what you got to do is this. When you're on the homepage of the Apex website, just go right here to sign up for Elite membership. You can sign up for the $200 a month plan, and you'll be on the list right now. Like, you'll be on the paid list right now. As soon as you do that, though, go right here to the help desk, submit a ticket, and say, I signed up for the Elite membership today. If you go sign up for the Elite membership today, what will happen? You'll sign up, it'll charge you $200, you'll be signed up. And in the system, it'll be set to charge you the next $200 in 30 days, right? Submit a ticket and say, hey, I'm an open house member. I signed up for the monthly membership. Can you please extend it by 3 days? I don't want you losing out on your free time. Okay? But you guys have been just bombarding me with, I want to sign up now so I'm on the list. fine. Sign up now, and instead of the system billing you in 30 days, I'll have it bill you in 33 days. Okay? That way you still get the free time that's remaining to you. Does that make sense? Because I'm not using this as a gimmick to get money out of you and give up your free time. I want you getting that free time. But you guys are blowing me up, and you're blowing Lori up, and you're blowing the help desk up. I'm not mad at you, but you're blowing it up like I just want to get signed up now so that I'm in that first list, because I don't want midnight of the 13th to come and there's 450 people signing up from open house, and who knows where I'm at on that list. If you want to get in now, get in now. Shoot us a ticket. We'll extend you those few days. Does that make sense? Okay. All right. So y'all were asking some questions here while I was going off. Let me follow up on any questions, or tell me if there's any other questions about this whole process, or if I'm just confusing you here. So yes, Danny, that webinar will be on Friday right here. This is the webinar where I'm going to say, okay, hey guys, open house is over. Open house was great. A bunch of you signed up. Here's the link to the questionnaire form to get on the mentor list. Fill it out. What we're going to do is start comparing those mentor lists to the first come, first serve that were signed up as paying members. Does that make sense? Okay. Danny, does that make sense? If you signed up a week ago when we had that yearly rate, Danny, then you're already on that list. Or you're already on the paid members list. So all you got to do is Friday on that webinar, when I give you that link, y'all can fill out the, and the link will be on the site, but you'll only be able to access it if you're a paid member. Well, then you can fill out the questionnaire form. That way we know what group to put you in, but you'll already be on the first 75 to 100 list there. Okay, so you're good to go. Make sense? Okay. Yeah, and that's just the only fair way I can think to do it. It's got to be first come, first serve, you know. And if you didn't get on the first group, you're not out. We'll get you in the next one. Just get signed up as a paying member, and then get your questionnaire filled out, and we'll get you put with the right group. Okay. John Walters, not a problem at all. Send in a ticket addressed to me, and I will get with Lori and the Rangers. Okay. Yeah, if you're already an existing member of Apex, even before open house, you can get on the list as well. Okay. I mean, this is for everybody. We can just only do a certain amount at a time. Right? We got 500 people on open house access right now. I don't know if 50 of you are going to sign up and want to be members with this, or 500 of you are. Okay? But if we had all 500 of you sign up as members, and we say, okay, we'll get all 500 of you in groups next week with only this many leaders to really dig in with you, that's not any good for you. That's no different than the elite room, is it? When we've got leaders trying to handle hundreds of people 24/7. We want to have this personalized dig in with you. You still have the elite room too, but we're doing these groups right. Okay? Charles, do we email you or the help desk if we signed up already? Well, if you've signed up already as a paid member, okay, or if you sign up now, sign up. You'll sign up for the 200. It'll charge you 200. It'll set up to rebill you again in 30 days for 200. Just send in a ticket to the help desk and say, hey, I signed up on Friday. There's still 3 more days of free open house. Will you extend my second bill to the 33rd day instead of the 30th? Or let's say you don't get to sign up until Monday, and you don't want to miss out on the technical Tuesday and Wednesday 2 free days. Well, send in a help desk. We'll extend the billing by 2 days for the next month. You're bombarding me, wanting me to get in now. You want to get in now to get on the list. That's fine. But I don't want you to lose the free time, so I'll add it on to your to your monthly. Make sense? Yeah, Chip, we'll let you in. Okay. Oh boy. Okay. Well, there you go. You're already going crazy. I just signed up. I'm in. Did you get my ticket? Did you go? Okay. There you go. Bill, if you're already an existing member, then you'll be good. We'll get you in one. Send me a ticket. We'll get you in one. Okay. Okay, that makes sense, guys. We've been overloaded with emails and calls and tickets about this, so I wanted to just address it on a webinar with all of you and be like, okay, guys, yes, you can do what you're asking. That will get you at the top of the list. That's fine. Sure, if you want to sign up now instead of at the end of free access, fine, but we're just going to add that access on to you at the end. I don't want you losing out on it. Okay? Okay, guys. Well, that's kind of a wrap there. That's what I wanted to cover with you today. Just kind of wrap up the week, say thank you for everything. Thank you for the interaction. It's been great, and it's not over. We're going to keep going and keep building and keep doing a ton more. Hop in this weekend, rewatch some webinars, do some replay, get a handle on this stuff. Let's just rock it next week and just blow this last week of open house out of the water. We'll be coming at you with some great new stuff here. We'll be having all kinds of other training on, power play stuff, the other indicators. Yeah, sure. We'll dig into the scanners, the trailing stop stuff for Nadex. We'll dig into Ninja. I'm not saying all next week, but over time, we're just going to keep going. Okay. And getting you some great stuff. So thank you so much. Make the most of the weekend. Let's rock next week. Be in that room. If you want to sign up, if you want to get on the top of that list, I don't know how many people are going to be on there. I cannot guarantee you anything. Like I said, there might only be 50 of you to sign up. There might be 500, which means depending on where you are on that list, you might not make it in this group or the next 30 to 45 day group. You might be down the road on that. If you want in these mentor groups, get in now. That's all I can tell you to do. That's the only fair way I know to do. Hop in now, send us a ticket. We'll extend you and get you the rest of that free time. Guys, thank you for a great week. Thank you for great webinars. Thank you for everything. I want to say a special thanks to all of my staff here at Apex, to Tony and Austin in the back end on the service desk. They're just great. They're helping you guys everywhere they can, backing me up. The programmers doing everything they can. Ben and DJ getting some new stuff out and a couple little things touched up here and there for us. Cameron and Sherry, everybody have been great on that end with all the tests they're helping us do and the articles and the graphics and the marketing. Kelly's been amazing. I'm sure you guys all know who Kelly is. She's reached out to you, giving you phone calls, has that area in the forum with some great questions for newbies, just stuff all around. Thank you to the leaders in the room. And first and foremost, I have to say thank you to Lori, my right hand, left hand, everything. She's my lifesaver all the time. She's your lifesaver all the time. You see her in that room. You see her in the forum. You see her doing everything in the world. Could not live without her. Apex couldn't live without her. And the Rangers. Her and her group of Rangers. Guys, that is your core here. I've asked you last time more than once, opened up that elite room. Hey, have you ever asked a question, had, Marion answer it, or Gary, or Huey, or Evar, or Kate, or Lori? You all know those names. They're Rangers. They were just regular traders like you until they got in this mentor group. They became these, what we call the Power Rangers. It's a kind of funny twist on the power plays. They're the ones that were taught one-on-one and rocked this thing from a leaders group, and they're in there helping you now. And thank you so much, guys. Thank you, Lori. Thank you to the Rangers. We could not have done anything we do. We could have not done anything close to what we've done in this open house without all of the great support staff and with everybody. So thank you for that. and I really appreciate it. Let's see here. Okay, you guys are already blowing us up, aren't you? Tony just messaged me going, hey, buddy, I'm starting to get tickets for the mentor program and about extending tickets. And whoa, all right. 5 minutes later, you're already blowing us up. Okay, well, for those of you waiting, get in there and get signed up. And get signed up for the monthly membership. We'll get you the, that's what you got to do. Get on the list as a paid member. Next Friday's webinar, I'll show you where the link is to get on the list for the mentors. But that's how we're doing it. Doesn't matter when you fill out the list on the Mentors Friday. It's all going to be compared to who was signed up as a paying member first. Okay? So get signed up as a member. Well, you're already blowing, Tony. Get signed up, and we'll talk to you next week. So, yes, guys, thank you very much. I appreciate it. So, guys, have a great weekend. You get to go 2 days without hearing my live voice, right? Nice little break there. And I get to go a couple days of resting my voice, hopefully. So make the most of the weekend, guys. Let's kill it next week. Thank you. Love you. Appreciate everything. We'll see you next week. All right, guys. Bye.